Welcome back, guys. Today we're talking about how to adopt a CEO mindset. So if you want to learn how to move from salesperson to CEO in your travel business, if you want to learn how to explore the next evolution of you and exactly how top performers in our industry think, keep on watching. That's what we're covering on the show today.
Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
All right, guys, don't forget to take a moment to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell over on YouTube. We bring you amazing content every single week to help you grow your travel business, and I don't want you to miss a thing. Today, we are talking about how to move from salesperson to CEO, how to start adopting a CEO mindset and what that means. Maybe you've had your travel business for a while. Maybe you're an experienced agent. You're getting burnt out on doing so many day-to-day sales or working in the business, and you're ready to scale. You're ready to grow. You want to take your business to the next level, but you're trying to figure out, especially if you've never been a CEO before, how do you make that leap from the sales desk to the C-suite? That's what we're going to cover today. So the first thing I want to talk about, and also if you guys are new to the channel, I want to remind everyone, you can always visit us at travelschool.com. All of our information can be found there and how we help people just like you grow and scale their travel businesses. And if you're new to the channel, type a little "I'm new" in comments so I can welcome you to the community. So let's jump right into this week's content. I want to talk about the first step to really evolving into that CEO role. I wasn't always a CEO of my companies, right? I was a travel agent just like you. I've been in this business for 30 years. That's a long time. So it was an evolution that I went through. But if you're really wanting to fast track that process, or you want to kind of grow and scale, what's the first thing that you need to do? My first recommendation is you have to give yourself permission. Somewhere along the line, you probably worked for someone else. You probably got some ideas in your head on where you should fit in the box of the corporate structure or in the world or whatever you're carrying from a mindset perspective. You have to kind of unleash that. You have to unbox it and give yourself permission to say, I can grow my company. I can step into the CEO role. I can run a bigger company than I ever imagined when I started this thing. So the first thing is you have to give yourself permission. If I would have never given myself permission to really scale and grow, I would still be working in the corporate world, or I would be playing my business hobby level still, right? I did that for a lot of years. If you've been following the channel a while, you guys have heard me talk about that, where I had another successful business that my husband and I were running, and I was just running my travel agency kind of like a hobby. And then we really got serious about it and employed the same strategic tactics that we were using in our other business and watched everything kind of blow up. And then we sold that other business, and all we do is travel now. So it really is a powerful thing to give yourself permission and kind of step into your new story, if you will. All right, number 2, you have to get clear on exactly what you want. In fact, when I was struggling with that decision, we had our other business that was very profitable for our family. It was almost like, how could you sell this? How could you let this go? That would be crazy. But I didn't want to do it anymore. It was kind of killing my spirit. You may be feeling that way about a corporate job, or if you're trying to balance your travel business and doing something else that you don't love as much and it always feels kind of like a power struggle. What I always recommend for people that I coach is to get quiet, to get clear. So, even if you're going to take a day, get off social media, get off email. We just came out of holiday season, so maybe some of you guys have had some time to reflect and you are a little more clear, but you have to get quiet to get clear, because clarity is power. If you don't know exactly where you want to go, you don't know exactly how you want to grow, then it really becomes difficult to kind of, let me just live in the status quo and keep going as I'm going. One of the things that will happen, and what happened with me and my other businesses, that came to such a head where I was like, I hate this, I don't want to do it anymore. Sometimes figuring out what you don't want in your life is the first step to figuring out what you do want. So getting quiet, taking that time to really get clear and have that clarity, even if you don't know what you want, start with, what do I know for sure I don't want in my life anymore? And then start to layer in what you do want. Now, one of the things I'm going to be doing in the new year on the channel, I forgot to mention earlier, is We have a lot of our students of Wanderlust Campus on this channel. So if we have free tools that are available to them because they are already members of Wanderlust Campus, I'm going to mention those here. And if we have free tools for you, even if you're not part of Wanderlust Campus, I'm going to tell you about those too. So one of the things you can get is this free goal map. You can go to wanderlustceo.com/goal map. This is a tool that you can use to map out your goals, figure out what you want to do for the year, and go through that process of getting clear and gaining that clarity. So I would grab that. That will kind of help you on your path. And if you are a student, you already know that that's in Wanderlust Campus for you anytime that you want to use that, along with the video workshop that comes with that as well. All right, what is the next step once you get crystal clear, you've gained that clarity, you're feeling a little more empowered? The next thing you really have to let settle in your soul is understand that as a CEO, when you make this shift from salesperson to CEO, your job no longer is working in the business from day to day. You must move to this process of working on, not in the business. And it can be a shift, right? It's not going to happen overnight because obviously you're growing, you're evolving. You need to put some structure and architecture in place so you don't have to be tied to the day-to-day on a regular basis. But really, when you know you are in that CEO seat, your business can operate without you on a day-to-day basis from the day-to-day operations, if that makes sense. Your job as the CEO is to set the vision, execute, making sure that you're looking at the bigger picture things, looking at the data, figuring out the strategies, doing those types of things are really the CEO tasks. So it will be an evolution. It's not going to happen overnight, but I want you to know going into making that shift that one of your big goals on that goal map that we just talked about should be getting out of working in the day-to-day and getting into that seat where you're working on, not in your business. All right, number 4 thing I want you to do. Whenever I work with new CEOs or people making this shift and we're kind of coaching them up out of that sales desk and into that CEO role, is really do a good audit on your leadership and management skills. Now, it's okay if you don't know how to do everything because anything can be learned. But what I want you to do is do a self-assessment on a few different categories. The first is, how are you on coaching and managing people, right? Are you a good people coach? If not, you might need to get some assistance with that. Do you know about how to manage people, how to hire them, how to fire them, how to onboard them, all of those different things that will be a part of this evolution process to get you out of working in the day-to-day. You have to be a good kind of people manager, if that makes sense. So do a self-assessment on where you are and figure out if you need to bridge any gaps in terms of your learning as far as being ready for that role. Next is, where are you on setting the vision and executing? How are you on data analysis, looking at your numbers? If you are one of those people that you try 10 different marketing things, but you never go back and look at the data of what they did for you, you might need a little more structure around how you look at your KPIs, your key performance indicators of your business. Those are simply the goals that you're looking at in your business, how you're performing, how to read that data, and how to make adjustments. Data analysis is one of the things that I hated being a new CEO, even being a new manager. I had some great mentors along the way. When I ran my first department of 300 travel advisors, right? I was like, what am I looking at? There's so much data, it's so confusing. But I had great colleagues. I had a great mentor that really said, okay, this is what this means. This is what this means. And this is why we have to shift this when you see these types of patterns. So do you know how to manage the data in your business, both operationally and also from a marketing perspective? You want to make sure you're looking at your data. That's what a good CEO always wants to know, top line and bottom line, kind of where things are. It will help you make better decisions in your business. So just do a self-assessment on where you are and figure out if you need to do some more learning in that department. Last is, do you know the architecture that's going to be required to scale your business? And again, if you don't know it yet, nothing wrong with that. You're going to learn that process as you go, but you do want to put some thought behind, how do I need to architect my operation so I can get into this place of working on it, not in it? And then how is it going to run successfully and produce profit for me every single day? What architecture do I need to have in place? Now, a couple of reminders. If you are a Wanderlust CEO student or graduate, or alumni, remember you have lots of tools inside Wanderlust Campus. I want to refer you back to the Architecting Your Agency module, the Recruiting, Hiring, and Onboarding modules. You also have your Performance Management module, and then how to track and review your KPIs. It's all inside Wanderlust Campus for you if you are a student of that program. Now, if you're not a student of the program and you're like, Cyndi, that sounds exactly like what I need, we only enroll in the Wanderlust CEO program once a year, and we're going to be enrolling in that over the next 4 to 6 weeks for a class that starts in March. It is a year-long program, and it may be the last time that I'm doing it in its current iteration. So we're going to be changing that program in the future. So if you know you want to work with me to kind of get into that place of becoming a CEO, you want to work with my amazing team, I encourage you to apply now, because we don't know if we're going to have registration on this program again in its current form. So you can visit us at wanderlustceo.com/start, and you can apply. Just have a conversation with our coaches, with our coaching team. They can walk you through understanding where you are, and we want to learn your goals. And then if the program is a match for you, great. If not, we'll still give you some great recommendations on how to grow and scale your team. And a note, that program really is for people looking to grow and scale a team, not necessarily just move into a CEO role for other projects. So the Wanderlust CEO program, if that's new to you, we actually train all of your new agents for you while we are training you to get into that CEO seat. So both of them come together by the end of the year, and you have a top performing team running in your agency. We have done it with hundreds of travel agencies all across the country to help them grow and scale. A lot of them are in our $1 million, multi-million dollar club. So it's really an exciting program. And it's not one that we talk about a lot because we only do enrollment once a year. And so now is the time if you guys are interested in that. And if not, that's okay too. I'm glad you watched this video to learn a little bit more about how to get into that CEO mindset. Start on your path. My first really big win in life was running and getting my travel business operational, where it was paying enough, where my husband could quit his job. We didn't have to have any other sources of income because our travel business was allowing us to do what we wanted to do. And we were working in the day-to-day. We were very happy for many years, but then we wanted to grow and we wanted to scale, and to have a team is kind of the next evolution of inviting more work-life balance in. And so that was my second big win. I really feel like when I look at over my career and all the years that I've put into the travel industry, getting my business profitable, but then kind of scaling it to the next level. So if you are ready for that phase, we'd love to talk to you. But wherever you guys are in your journey, I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world. Give this video a big like if it helped you in any way, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.